Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC.
The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello there and welcome to the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. My name is Lloyd Luna, streaming live from Makati City, and this is the world season opening of The Big Picture Season 8. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, or wherever you're watching from around the world. Magandang gabi po mula sa napakagandang Pilipinas. Yep. Fresh from vacation, ladies and gentlemen. This is our season opening of The Big Picture. Hopefully you're doing well and you're doing fine. If you're watching live right now, please do share our live stream link. You can also organize your own watch party so that your friends and families can actually watch the same show. So sana lang, no? Try natin i-check kung mababago. Mababago dito. Okay, so siguro naman meron natin. Isa pa nga. Yan. So if you're watching, please do share our live stream link, organize your own watch party, and also share the same link to your Facebook groups or ano pong grupo meron kayo dyan. But I'm very happy because I'm back. We are back on The Big Picture after you call it a 1-week vacation from the full 7 season na wala pong absent, no? Yeah. So if you're watching with me, Ken is watching here. Ken Lester Ramos is watching. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Also, you can tell us where you're watching from. So mabati naman namin yung inyong mga kababayan dyan kung saan mga kayo nanonood. But very happy to be here. Very happy to be back. Hope you're enjoying. And we're going to start again. This is episode 1 of season 8. And if you are very much willing to stay, we are very much ready to entertain you. And tonight we're going to talk about very important topic, professional speaking, because on October 15 and 16, the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers will be having its 4th annual national convention. So this will be an interesting topic, especially if you have as your profession, speaking and training. So maraming salamat po sa inyong pagtutok dito po sa The Big Picture. Yeah, so I'm excited because tonight I am bringing in the president of the association, the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers. But before I do that, if you're going to watch us live on youtube.com/TNC now, you can have the opportunity to get a gift courtesy of Unisol and TNC. Again, if you're watching, or if you can watch us on youtube.com/TNC now and drop some comments there, you can be a lucky viewer for tonight. You can actually receive sort of a token or gift from us courtesy of Unisol and TNC. Ito po yung pwede nyo matanggap kapag kayo po ay napiling maswerteng manonood ngayong gabi. Watch. All right, that's washable face mask worth 600 pesos if you're going to watch us youtube.com/TNC now and drop some comments there. Yan po yung pwede nyo matanggap. Siyempre, pipili kami before our show ends for tonight. Papaalam po namin kung sino yung mapalad na makakakuha niyan. And if you're living within Metro Manila, then delivery charge is on. So yan po ay courtesy of Unisol and TNC. So again, may mga nanonood pa. Virgilio Solon is watching. Magandang gabi sa inyo. Magandang gabi. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Alright, so kung mapapansin niyo, medyo nagiging maulan na at dumadalas yung pagbaha sa mga pagkilantangan natin sa nasyonal. So kung kayo po ay nagbiyahe, lalakad kayo, commuter kayo, ingat-ingat lamang po. Dahil nadadagdagan po ang ating kalaban, bilang yung virus, pati yung syempre. Kapag hindi malinis ang tubig, malamang posibleng magkasakit din po kayo. At sa panahon ngayon, bawal magkasakit dahil pag nagkasakit ka, baka COVID daw agad. Okay. At sa ibang, syempre, sa ibang discussion naman, hindi natin alam kung ano nangyayari naman sa politics, but we don't want to touch on politics. You know, I think it's insensitive para po sa ating mga opisyalis ng pamahalaan, yung mga elected officials natin sa lower house or House of Representatives, na magkaroon po sila ng ganitong klase ng diskusyon sa gitna ng pandemic. But anyway, speaking of which, marami tayong mga issues, marami din mga balita na pwede tayong tingnan. So before I call in my guest for tonight, let's take a look at the headlines from the country's longest running English newspaper, the Manila Times. Justice prejudged Marcos Poll protest. Bongo opens 86 Malasakit Center. Government rolls out national ID system. Angkas ready to ferry commuters. Kasama ng SM helping MSMEs bounce back better. Vaccine drives set in 2 regions. Public works officials deny gambling raps. Mining firms give 9.3 million pesos for 3 projects. Government that payments up in August. Business is on the rise in Iloilo City. And these groups seek faster corporate tax reduction. Headlines presented to you by the Manila Times. For more news and information, go to manilatimes.net or download the application at digitaledition.manilatimes.net. Sorry, that's digitaledition.manilatimes.net. Yan, para mas malinaw. Ito na kasi ako, kaya nakakain ko ng aking mga salita. But anyway, hello, mom, watching from Australia. My mom and my dad are watching from Australia. Magandang gabi po dyan sa inyo. Yeah. Okay, sige. So we are excited to talk about professional speaking. Again, October 15 and 16, we're going to have a national convention of speaking professionals here in the Philippines. And to help us understand what the convention looks like and what are the things that are up and coming on those dates, I'm going to welcome our guest for tonight, Jesse Francis Rebustillo. Is president of Philippine Association of Professional Speakers and also host of PNC's HR Hotline. Good evening, Sir Jess, and welcome to The Big Picture.
Magandang gabi, Lloyd. Salamat at naimbita mo ako rito. This is the inaugural episode of your 8th season. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I think you're catching up.
Ano pa yun?
I think I think you're catching up. Thank you, but I think you're catching up.
Hindi ko maintindihan yung touching up.
Sige na, humahabol na lang.
alam mo, ang hirap ano yung bagong linggo ngayon.
Catching up yun, hindi ba touching up? Catching. Maybe it's my pronunciation. Yeah.
Catching up. Oo nga naman.
It's either it's either the suspects are my pronunciation, my microphone, your speaker, or your ears.
It's my ear siguro. Pero there are times that I usually stop and then watch your shows. And congratulations, this is now the 8th run, 8th season. That means na matatag.
Yeah. So if you're going to count the guests or number of episodes that we have produced since April, then everyone you can see it on your screen. So
wow! Congratulations! Congratulations!
126 interviews. You know how tiring that must be, right? Because you HR Hotline runs for 3 times a week, and this is
Yes,
daily, nightly. So
yes, yes.
yeah,
Congratulations,
correct.
congratulations. And I'm very sure the topics are varied.
Yes, it is not as specific as HR Hotline. You're talking about basically human resources topics, but this is the big picture. So anything can. We have some politicians here. We have some business people. We have some career people. So really varies, no? Iba-iba din. But
Idol na
yeah,
yan.
thank you.
Idol na nga kita kasi matalino ka, mas lalo kang tatalino niyan. Because you get the information firsthand from subject matter experts.
Yeah, that's what some people don't realize. That hosts actually get wisdom and information from the guest directly. So they are not teaching; they are there to bring out whatever knowledge information the guests have, and then parang pare-pare sabay-sabay natututo. And speaking of pagkatuto, congratulations! You are the 2019-2020 uh, president of the Philippine Association of
Thank
Professionals.
you, thank you very
You
much.
have an
Thank you.
upcoming event on October 15 and 16. But before we talk about that subject, I would like to ask what this association is about. Kunwari, wala akong alam.
This is an association of professional speakers from the name of the association itself. It's the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers. It was actually organized and founded by a group of young, napasama na lang po ako later on, uh, speakers. Lloyd Luna was the founder, and then we have Pocholo de Leon, then we have uh, Ian Barcelon, and we have at that time si Barbie Atienza, and a lot more. So
Mm,
it's actually an association to protect and of course grow the speaking industry in the country. In the
mm,
country, it is one of those groups. Diba? It's an occupation, it's a profession occupation, practice, profession of individuals, wherein there is a need for people to be cohesive and be an organization to have exchanges and then benchmark with each other, protect each other, and also come up with norms and standards as far as how we deal with, um, say, the fees for training and speaking, and the norms in speaking itself. It is a practice and a profession that there is a need for the association to come up with ethical practices, norms that we have to follow. There is a need for one because it will be a disservice for the audience if the speakers are not actually following norms or guidelines which
Mm.
is ethical to the speaking profession.
Yeah, the association was founded in 2016 or
Yes,
2017.
thank you, Lloyd. Thank you,
Yeah,
Lloyd, for inviting me also.
yeah. But
Did I miss
prior,
anybody? Did I miss anybody in my
well, you missed the
enumeration?
name. It's Pochola de Leon Gonzalez, and it's
I
Ian
would told
Barcelona.
Leon Gonzalez, yes.
And Ian Barcelona, not Barcelona. So, and then
Sorry,
syempre marami,
sorry.
marami pa tayong, I think there were 13 or 14 people uh, who founded the association, co-founded the association. But prior to PAPS, how did you see or how did you characterize yung industry ng mga speaking professional prior to 2016? Because for the longest time, you have seen this. You were the past president of People Management Association of the Philippines and also of PSTD or Philippine Society for Talent Development. So, papaano mo tinitingnan yung speaking profession prior to the organization of PAPS?
Prior and even now, there is actually a speaking industry. In the Philippines, we have lots of speakers, professional speakers. When we say professionals, they have the expertise, the eloquence, the ethics, and they are paid, the enterprise. And then when they speak, it makes a dent. So a lot of speakers and trainers whom we can consider professionals. But prior to the POPs, there were a lot, but there was no agreement or direction at all. And I actually felt that it's a pity for those who would like to be in that profession. A lot of young people would like to venture into speaking, into training, but there was no association actually taking care of them. So before that, there were a lot, and it was actually um, through experience and through their own initiative that they come up with their own outfits and they sell themselves and they talk. But there is a proliferation of speakers. We even won in a lot of international competitions as far as speaking is concerned. I, for one, I grew up speaking. When I was a student, I was a voice of democracy speaker. That was oratorical, and also the red feather declamation contest. So I grew up, and a lot of people from Aparitolo, a lot were actually in the speaking, what do you call this, mode, in the speaking direction. But as a professional, as a practice, there was no one actually taking care of it. And until now, because I just had a talk just this afternoon, Lloyd, with somebody who's respected in the industry, a trainer. And I was telling him my personal advocacy, and we talk about it that at this time there should be what we call shying away from free webinars. We have to charge accordingly because we're killing ourselves. And I was talking with that person, who's a friend of mine, he was telling me, my God, I am guilty, Jesse, because just tomorrow, I'm going to give a free webinar. Anyway, it's for an hour. And I told him, let us try to limit it already. We have already helped the community in bouncing forward. And it's time now that we have to take care of ourselves and start charging.
Yeah.
We
That,
can't even. So
that's
that is my point, Lloyd.
yeah.
That
That,
if you are not a member of POPs, you are not updated with this.
mhm. That's interesting because even prior to the association or prior to this pandemic, there were already speakers. We call it speakers because there's no professional yet being attached to the word speaker at the time. There are motivational speakers. There are a lot of kind of speakers, but not the professional. So when we put the professional before the speaker, what changed?
Of course, we have the Toastmasters, and that is actually an association that hones your skills in speaking. And there are a lot of other associations or schools actually, wherein they have what we call alumni associations as far as their communication. What is called? There is that course in college, communication arts are concerned. But the difference after POPs is that we inculcated the 5 E's. When observed by speakers, that makes you your practicing a profession.
Mhm.
The re, that I would like to define it, you are achieving what is expected from you. An analogy of which you are a singer, but you sing out of tune. So, what is expected of you is not achieved. And the
Yeah.
5 E's, if you will allow me, it's an expertise. These are strong words that I would like to say. Don't ever dare to speak if you don't feel you're an expert of what you are mouthing.
Yeah.
So with POPs, we started to inculcate that to the members that you cannot be a master of what do you call this? A master of
Jack of all trades. Jack of all
and
trades.
a master of none. So we actually encourage our members to just select a couple or three the most of subjects wherein you are comfortable of
Mm.
engaging or talking. So
Is it
expertise.
because people back then, prior to PAPS, people speaking in front of uh, an audience, speakers don't really have a sort of a mastery, like they can speak about almost everything under the sun, and
Yes.
it's not being professional. That's what you're saying. If you can just
Yes,
yeah.
there are select individuals who are actually doing that, and then there are my idols. But at the time, the problem is actually it's the other party when they see that you are verbose, you are eloquent, you are you are good to hear, you are you have the confidence. They will ask you to speak on any topic, and then of course the speaker would like to accommodate, and there is no mastery. So this time with pops, we would like that is the first requirement, and even myself, I'm trying to perfect that.
Mhm. But then the closest analogy that I can think of right now is the closest analogy that I can think of right now is like I'm a general practitioner of medicine, and you're asking me to operate on you, which I'm not,
Yes,
capable of
yes.
doing. You know?
You're a general practitioner, but you're not a surgeon, and you're being asked to do such.
Yeah, and
You
it's
understand?
very delicate, 'no? Parang gano'n din kasi 'yun, eh. Kung
And the
ikaw
second
ay
one is actually eloquence. It's not only that you know your grammar, your intonation, or your pronunciation. It's actually the content and how you express it, including your blocking, including your pauses. Eloquence is not only the use of the second language or sa pagtagalog. Kasi
mm,
we also promote that if it's getting through. You communicate to get through, so that you can be understood. If your audience is actually they require that you have to be in Tagalog or they require you to be in Tagalog, magtagalog ka.
mm,
Pero dapat eloquent ka doon. Yung para bang you're talking of something that is ikaw naman kasi we are talking about serious things, kaya seryoso ako. But if you're asking me to talk about say mga happy things, happy. So eloquence kasama dun. Your expression, your blocking, yung how you
mm,
use the vocabulary, di ba? Nandoon. And then, ang pinaka-importante, yung third, Lloyd, which we require our members, and we like to infect, even those who are not members, it's the ethics. The ethics here, it's the norm, the speaking norm, following the time, following yung no, yung mga passwords, your ethos, your pathos, your legos, your brand. That is very, very, very important. Yung, yung, there are ethics in speaking now,
mm.
and
What
and let me proceed to the next ethics in how you charge. That is yung ano enterprise, in you're
yeah,
being entrepreneurial. Yes,
be
Lloyd.
be be yes, before we talk about that pricing, of course, yung enterprise as the fourth E, uh, I can guess dito sa ethics na dito papasok yung dapat meron tayong isang samahan na papakisamahan natin. Kumbaga kung
Of
ano yung
course,
kung
of
ano
course.
yung, napagkasunduan, eh, irespeto natin because it's what the community uh, has decided on. Hindi kasi dati kanya-kanya, 'di ba? I mean,
Yes.
gagawin ko 'to, pakialam mo. So when you talk about PAP as an association, what you're practically saying is we are setting ethical standards here. So whatever we make of this, and then everyone in the community.
We have to remember, Lloyd, that almost all associations are the members are competitors. You compete with each other. You have best practices. You benchmark that are competitors. Just like say the associations of say uh, accountants, even PMAP, the associations. You're competing so much more if in yung bread and butter mo, it's actually there. So there are associations. So ang dapat niyan, that's why nga you join association so that you can really understand each other and
Yeah.
then follow what is in the norm. Well, in
And
the
then
regular,
there are, even if you are competitors, there are opportunities to collaborate once you are inside the organization.
yes, yes, of course. It's not actually kaya nga dapat mag-organize because you need to be one. You need to be solid in what you do. So to protect each other. Pero ang mahirap doon sa within one, yung nga um you don't follow norms. You don't follow what yung the authority, the parang ascendancy, yung ascendancy. 'Di ba? An example is like now, I am very, very much older than you are. But there are times that I respect your ascendancy and I accept my being ignoramus. Just like say with Trello, just say with live streaming. I might be I'm perfecting it eloquent, but there are ways wherein there are a lot of things that I am not very sure of. So I have to respect and follow the ascendancy of people in the association. And I know the intention is actually good.
Mm,
The intentions are actually good. So that is actually the concern as far as ethics is concerned.
That's very important because I think prior to PAPS as an association, There's really no telling, no, kung kailan ka nagiging professional at kailan ka hindi nagiging professional. So, you can
You,
practically do anything and everything, like coming to the meeting late and nobody cares because anyway, it's you and it's your business. But when the association started, then you cannot just be late because once you're a member of an association and you come in late to the meeting, what happens next is everyone in the association it gets affected by your being late. So,
yeah, Lloyd. I am not concerned with those who are already seasoned. They are there. They're already made. So the only thing that we can do is influence them on
mm,
what is supposed to be the proper way of doing things as a speaking professional. But
yeah,
what
but
I am more concerned are the new ones who would like to be in the industry,
yeah,
our
but
our
it's
associates.
interesting. It's interesting they became seasoned without the association existing as of yet. So the it was only in 2016 that the association started. So hindi talaga sila cover. So they have been doing things the old way. Na wala talaga sistema. It's basically solopreneurship. So mag solo sila.
But we are open to everybody that they should must or they should and must join the association because that is their industry. I've been tell I am doing webinars and I am teaching, and my students are HR professionals, and I tell them
Mm,
you have to join PMAP because that is your association. It's just like say you are playing in a church. I am not very sure if it is somewhere near Malate. I am a lay minister in Malate. If you are in say if you are say an active member of your parish, you have to join the association. Here in Marcelo, I am a board member of our community association. So for speaking, if you're a trainer or a speaker, PAPS invites you to be one. And
oo.
it's not that
Invite natin si Ramon Mendoza. Si Ramon
yes,
Mendoza is
yeah, yeah.
hosting
We respect if you are seasoned and you can be a mentor to the
Carlo
newcomers.
Carlo Hein is also watching from Laguna for sure. Saka si
Yeah.
Robinson is also watching from Taguig. Si Lenico Studio is also here with us watching, along with Roman, Professor Roman Buison, and Marvin Salazar. Dane Serrano is also saying yes. Who will be my
Thank
guest
you. Thank
for
you for watching.
tomorrow. Juan
And
Lu,
you,
nandito na.
thank you too. Thank you too. And Lloyd, it's not only for the seasoned speakers or trainers, it is for all. Allow me to mention this. Say you mentioned about Pastor Marvin. All those Christians, other denominations, pastors, ministers, imams, you have an audience. Join POPs so that you will know and be updated with what is what are the trends, what are actually happening. If you are in sales, if you are in HR, or you have that desire to speak, maybe we call that the gift of tongue from the Holy Spirit. Join PUPs. Of course, we don't promise that we're not a speakers bureau that when you join us we are going to field you to speaking engagement. No, it is
Okay.
just for yes, Lloyd.
So I'm going to ask you a question, and then you answer that after the short break. The question is, what what have your members gone through na talagang experience na yung masasabi natin the association PAPS was
Okay,
able to help
that will
them
be
out.
fine. That will be
Okay.
fine.
Sige po. So, ladies and gentlemen, please don't go away. The big picture on the new channel will return. Please stay on our stream. We'll be back.
Since I got my new place, I've enjoyed every single day here. Hotel like amenities, attentive staff, resort style living, all in a premium location. So life here is easy and convenient. That's why I invested in another unit. I can earn more. And they can enjoy the very same things I enjoy at home. What a life! So much more rewarding. So much more to life. SMDC.
We need beauty every day. We need power every day. But are you ready?
Ready? Ready.
Beauty is power.
Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on the new channel. Before I call in back our guests for tonight, once again, I would like to invite you to watch our other shows on TNC. The Big Picture shares inspiring stories of notable personalities Mondays to Fridays at 7 p.m. HR Hotline introduces us to the wonderful world of human resources management Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 12 noon. Have an insightful Saturday afternoon because the family business is everyone's business at 4 p.m. The four projects about life, business, and success stories live from Dubai, UAE, 6 p.m. or 10 p.m. Philippine time on Saturdays. Usapang Beauty is about beauty beyond what your eyes can see Thursdays and Saturdays or Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. The world has faced an unprecedented pandemic. Time to hear positive testimonies straight from those who recovered from the disease. COVID stories Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. Discover your life purpose and learn from others' turnaround stories by tuning into U-Turn Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. The Home Buyer is where you hear remarkable stories about building and owning properties Mondays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Laugh and learn through the puppet stories or laugh and learn about puppetry arts from all over the world. The Puppet Stories, Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC Marketplace, an online night bazaar, Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m. YOLO is for all of us who understand that law is fun and equally cool. Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Watch and learn about money and more. Streams live from the Philippines and the US. Tuesdays 8:30 p.m. Philippine time and 5:30 a.m. California, USA. Two leaders in one platform. TNC The Talk Mondays at 12 noon. After shift is a chillaxing show about your choices and whatever you do life, whatever life you have after work. Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Discover and learn strategies on self-leadership to win in life through Win Within Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Dream, achieve, nurture, and inspire. Tag your kids along and watch Danny Art Show Fridays at 5:30 p.m. Global issues, common interest, learn together across borders. Foreign affairs streams on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Because health is wealth, Healthline on Wednesdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. Start your Saturdays celebrating women at work, 9 a.m. Awesome Day, Mondays at 2:30 p.m. Make sure you make your day an awesome day every day. In a world where everything is turning out digital, Cybernext aims to empower people and organizations to be Secure in a Digital World streams Wednesdays at 12 noon. TechU helps you understand the emerging technologies shaping our future today. Fridays at 2:30 p.m. Start your Saturdays or tapos na pala. Uulitin ko pa naman. Catch our other shows or on TNC, such as One Day and Inspiring 30-minute Storytelling. It alternates with TNC Town Hall, co-hosted by TNC founders yours truly, Apple Manansala. This show is where we talk to you, our valued audience, about our shows on TNC. More upcoming TNC shows that will truly, truly inspire you. Please follow our channel on Facebook and YouTube and let us help you. Hashtag see the new you. All right. Now, back in the studio is our guest for tonight, the president of the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers and host of TNC HR Hotline, Jesse Rebustillo.
No, you're really my lucky friend, my lucky younger brother. While we are having a break, somebody just confirmed webinars for November, December, and January. Thank you, Lord, for being my lucky charm. You are my lucky charm, Lloyd. Yes,
Okay,
you have a question.
yeah, that will really, really excite you to answer the next questions I'm going to throw in. So for sure.
Yes. So what? So we have actually two two what do you call this memberships? Two levels of memberships. Those are actually um, qualified to be uh, full-fledged PAPS members. Then they are uh, uh, full-fledged uh, PAPS members. Those who are not yet qualified, they are still honing their skills, or there is actually one that is lacking, which is they are not yet being paid, and that is the 40 enterprise. They are associate PAPs, APAPs, Associate Philippine Association of Professional Speakers. Now, how do you become a member? There are two interviews. Why two interviews? We really would like to make sure that the person is really engaged or has the intention of being in the speaking profession. There are a lot of people that they will just like to join associations, wala lang, and we don't want that. We would like that members of the associations, it's from within. We would like to make sure and then lead and direct uh, would-be members to try to see from within if they are really inclined and would like to be engaged in the speaking profession. And when they can become one, we require them to have test mic. This can be a series of speaking engagements in the association. But we don't actually, what is different with POPs, we don't actually assess right there and there. Right? Because we consider you as professionals and you have your own styles. What we do is that you become a mentee, and following the proper way of mentorship, the mentee seeks for a mentor to help. Or you can just ask people privately to assess you. I, for one, would like to ask friends, Lloyd, or people that I trust to tell me if what I did was actually good enough. Uh, because we always have to remember, it's not us who can assess, neither the association who can assess. It's your audience. It's your audience who will assess if you are effective or not.
Mm,
And
that,
we
that's
would like,
that's great, no? Kasi at least alam natin dahil dati basta speaker lang. So dito
no,
sa association, hindi. Mayroong dalawang level, at least minimum dalawang level ng membership. Siyempre
may
meron
dalawang level.
may
May
tinatawag pa
dalawang level.
tayong May tinatawag pa tayong registered speaking professional and then eventually certified speaking professional and then may mas mataas pa doon sa global.
Yes. Pero yung mga registered speaking professional and then yung global, you need to have a number of speaking hours. Di ba yan, Lloyd? Which is actually paid.
Hindi.
It is not na mukhang pera po yung tayo. Hindi po. Kasi ang tinatawag doon, it's your value of speaking and it has to be, you charge accordingly. But, at this time, what is actually the value that we can reckon with is that you are given recognition and then you are being paid for the efforts that you did. So isang yan na
Mm.
reckoning na you are already a professional because you are being paid for what you
Mm.
are doing. What you are doing.
That's exactly when we compare yung professional speakers sa iba pang mga professions like doctors, nurses, teachers na they are still fueled by their mission. But
Yes.
they also have to get paid in order for them to carry out the mission. So ganun din po sa speakers 'no. Kung hindi ka binabayaran, salita ka lang ng salita, eh hindi ka po matatawag na professional. Speaker lang, 'di ba? Sharer siguro, sharer. Pero hindi
Oo.
professional speaker, oo.
But what comes with you're being paid, you must also have the reputation and also the the requirements of being a professional. And these are the other E's. And the last one is the most challenging. The last one is you must have an advocacy, a personal advocacy or an advocacy of your agency, wherein you can share so that when you speak, you put a dent, you can impart. What is it that you impart that it will be recalled? Hindi ka
Hmm,
lang yung blabber mouth eh. So when you say something, it has to be experiential. So in any topic that you are going to say algebra ang topic mo, or yung topic mo, it's actually say physics. But if you must put into your presentation a story, and that is the most difficult, Lloyd, for
hmm,
you to have a story of your own na hindi kinopya. Hindi yung si Mr. A went with Mr. B. Hindi. And
mm,
then that will put a dent. And this is very Kirkpatrick. For those who are in training, very Kirkpatrick. Kasi ang pagsalita po, now which is where we're trying to hone our skills, is one is yung learning, a reaction. While you're talking, ano yung reaction? Yung parang nagpapatawa ka, hindi naman tumatawa. Or parang seryoso ka, hindi naman sila seryoso. So the reaction. And then the second one is the the learning, yung after. Then tapos yung inadapt. And then until such time na yung investment nila bumalik. And what is the investment in learning? Na ginamit. So that we would like to influence our speakers sa PAPS. Now, when we speak, we have that obligation to our audience that when we speak, it is with content and the content is appreciated. And the appreciation is that there it is useful for their lives. For their lives. Mayroon po kaming creed na napakaganda na dapat siguro sa lahat na nagsasalita, sumunod. Yung para bang, alam mo, I would like to invite, nandun tayo sa invite, kahit na mga pari po, because just imagine every Sunday, sa mga ministers, every Sunday, you give a talk. So nandun na tayo, you are expert in the gospel. Pero siguro tingnan din natin yung other aspects. And doon din po sa mga teachers, sa teachers. So you have to be an association. And this is actually our profession. This is our practice. Saan ka pa pupunta kung
mm.
di dun sa
Sige.
association wherein you are being trained, you are being honed or reminded.
But
Uh,
what are
yes,
what
Lloyd?
are what are some stories? What are some stories na members ng association na parang puwedeng makapag-inspire sa mga tao na nanonood sa atin, live and replays?
I will not mention names, but they know who they are. We have one member na, na talagang Pops honed. Pops baby. I don't want to call her Pops baby because it's a very elegant lady. Pops honed. When she came in, joined us 2 or 3 years ago. Very rough, very rough. And then nobody was actually yung parang teacher student. No, she was just honing your skills, benchmarking with others, asking me how to do it. And then she was already telling us, not nabaliktad na, because she has already a mastery in what she's talking. And now she is a full-fledged professional speaker. Kasi there is even one who would like to join the association from Mindanao, who informed me, Sir Jess, I was inspired of joining your association because I attended a training of this lady, and I told her, oh, she is actually, and she mentioned it, that she actually perfected her skills with pops, and a lot. We can see a lot. We have a host here in TNC. Of course, he used to be a trainer, but
Mm.
we are, even myself, Lloyd, even myself, I am a speaker before joining Pops, but um, talking with you, talking with peers, learning from each other, I can feel that I am improving. Of course, we're still perfecting it.
Right.
There is a lapse in what with just what we did. We just I should have written the names of Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez and Ian Barcelona. And that is actually what is being taught in PUBs, that you don't have to be overly confident. It happened. It happened.
Okay.
And then,
I'm going to pause for a short commercial, and then when we come back, we are going to talk about Pops on Top, the
yep,
fourth national convention of PAPS.
yes.
So don't go away, ladies and gentlemen, because the big picture on the new channel will return. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on the new channel. Let's call it back our guest again for tonight. Jesse Francis Rebustillo is president of Philippine Association of Professional Speakers and host of TNC's HR Hotline to talk about the 2020 Philippine Association of Professional Speakers National Convention, the fourth, in fact, since it started in 2016.
Yes. So this is fourth, the
The fourth.
fourth uh, PAPS Con.
The first
International.
one, it was held in AIM. The second one was held in Heritage Hotel, and the fourth one is in tama ba? In
Yes,
Ortiz Galleria.
yes, in Galleria.
So the fourth is no hotel.
Yes, yes. That is actually the positivity of the pandemic because we are now virtual and ang laki po ng ating hotel. And actually now, I am in my room, in my bedroom. So, yung parang where you are, but you know, I'm wearing, so proud, wearing our Pops a t-shirt. If you would like to have one, ano po ito, branded po itong, ano namin, may brand siyempre, professional speakers. Now, the Pops ko now will be on October 15 and 16. And we have actually all Filipino speakers. We would like it this way kasi yun na nga, ang dami na po namin na actually deserving to be heard and then really can claim that they are wonderful professional speakers. It is virtual. The plenary will be for free. We're going to use Zoom and StreamYard. But the tracks, we have two tracks in the evening, will be for a fee of a minimal fee of 500 pesos. Um, the plenary will start at 2 in the afternoon. The paid tracks will be at 6 o'clock in the evening. It will be on October 15 and 16.
Okay,
Now,
can you walk
allow,
us through? Can you walk
ano
us
ba
through
yan?
kung ano yung program at sino-sino yung mga
Yeah, allow me to read what is in the program. What is in the plenary on the 15th is we have I'm very sure a lot of you are watching us. You know JB Borromeo, a very engaging speaker, an active member of POPs, and he's going to talk on turn expertise into high-priced digital products. Before I continue, let me first describe why total online presence. It is everything that you put in the web so that you will be known, you or your organization. This is the new normal. If you are not, if you don't have online presence, a lot of people will miss you. So even then, you are there in the internet, in online email, or you are there in FB or Instagram, but you still have to improve it, enhance it, so that the presence is total. So that is what the theme is all about. So JB will talk on turn expertise into high price digital products. We have Ma'am Jocelyn Pick, who will discuss on leading with emotional intelligence. And I'm very sure this is an interesting topic because you need to be authentic in the way you present things. Remember that you are on screen. Just like that you are looking at me now, I cannot fake it. It should come from within, and you need the highest emotional intelligence. Then Marvin Zoilo will discuss or will present the role of digital leadership in the future of work. Interesting topic. Meg Marzan will discuss adaptability and coping in the new normal. Then we have Charis Sampang will discuss presence in power. Presence is power, which is true, which is true. John Kalob, our dear friend John Kalob, the speaker who is actually always in a gold attire, will present how to close sales online. And then our dear friend Al Ian Barcelona, the awesome life. Now, let me continue. On the second day, we have, of course, Mr. Lloyd Luna and myself will always be either he will open a keynote, opening keynote, or a closing keynote. Then Tony Miranda will present influential leadership during unprecedented times. Carmine Ortega, also a host in the new channel, will present using the LIKE factor, the like factor. And then Rina Rivero, building blocks of total online presence. Then Roman Boizon, speaking the science of public speaking. Wonderful topic. Then of Phrase Ocampo, Infinity Rising, Total Online Presence, EM. Then we have Gabriel Dominguez, my dear friend Gabi Dominguez, Effective Selling in Times of Crisis. Then we have Mr. Joseph Oriñon, Keeping Professional Online. And Mr. Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez, The Power of Digital Voice Performance. So we have actually 8 speakers on the 15, plus Lloyd and myself, so 10. And then another 10 speakers on the 16. The plenary will be for free, and it will just be actually a 10-minute uh, presentation of the topic wherein it will be discussed lengthily on the tracks. And I'm very sure all of us are interested. Join us, and it will be fun. This is the fourth time that we're having it, and it's all POPs conferences are successful. And then there are a lot of learnings and insights that you will be able to get from the conference.
All right, that seems interesting. So I hope we can get many participants participating in the event. Ito yung mga kahit na hindi pa member ng association kasi open naman to for public ano.
I invite uh, students in mass communication to attend. Kasi actually, the topics that will be presented by our speakers, our keynote speakers, are topics in mass communication, current topics in mass communication.
And to our friends in the training industry, this can also benefit them because there
Of
are
course,
a lot
of
of
course.
interesting topics there.
Yes, of course. Total online presence is a must. It has to be a competency now. You
Mm.
must have the attitude, the skill, and the knowledge to be actually uh, present
And
online.
the,
Which is why I thank you, Lloyd. Thank you very much
and then
for
the learning
yeah.
investment is only 500 pesos na for the
Yes, yes, yes. They
investment.
have to select a track, and what they can do is to look for our website.
Mm.
You look for the PAPS. What do you call that, page or website? See, I'm not a digital person, and from that you can now already
Register.
register.
Okay. So thank you so much, Sir Jesse, for this wonderful night. I'm sure it has inspired the people out there who are already into professional speaking, or maybe public speaking, and then we turn it to professional speaking. Uh, and as well as many trainers out there na nanonood sa atin or yung mga nag-a-aspire na maging professional speakers. So maraming salamat sa time mo, sir. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Jesse Francis Rebustillo, president of the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers and also host on TNC's HR hotline. Now, TNC and TBP, or the Big Picture, would like to thank the following sponsors: SMDC, Unisol, Luluran, Telepreneur, uh, ano to? Liaga Rice Supply, Mr. Rice. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Creative Voices PIPS, PILP. Maraming salamat, of course, sa Puzzle Box BPO Inc., ang ating presenter ng show na ito. Puntahan din po ang Well Life Philippines on FB, welllifefeels.com. Pakihan din po sa Facebook. Maraming salamat din sa ating Reway, La Portier Placenta, and also yung ating For Life na lagi natin tinitake, no? Araw-araw para ma-boost ang ating immune system. So to know more about the Wonder Molecule, contact Bon Burgos at 0916 678-0008. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. I'm going to see you again tomorrow night, same time here on TNC. My name is Lloyd Luna, your host on The Big Picture. Good night, everyone. Have a safe day tomorrow. See you.